So I don't have to close deals. I don't have to close deals. The deals will close themselves. This makes me think of something. I used to actually preach this in the dealership. Stop looking for sales. Start looking for clients.
Amazing.
Treat them the right way. Massive chill. Treat them the right way, and the sales will find you. How you can be the greatest salesperson on the planet.
Jim, something so fascinating you've talked about previously is you've talked about other dealerships, and sometimes, we're not naming names here, but sometimes sales transactions take hours and hours and hours. What would you say to someone who wants to maybe close the sale faster without losing quality, without losing connection to the customer? Is that possible, or does then it become more manipulation, which is what we're not about?
Well, my goal is not to move the sell along faster. My goal is not to close the deal. My goal is to build as much value as I possibly can this is the car business, with the car, with the dealership, and with myself. And I build so much value that those three things become very attractive to the client. And the higher that attraction, the better chance I have of closing a deal. If my objective is to close a deal today, because it's a bad objective.
Yep.
So what I want to do is I want to get deep into the customer's viewpoint. I want to find out very clearly and concisely what is most important to the client in terms of whatever we're selling, in this case, a car. So what is most important? What makes them tick? And I want to know why that's important to them. What is it about that is so important to you? And hopefully they'll tell me a story. And then I'm going to go on to what is next most important to that person. And again, why? And I'm going to keep going until they stop me. And I may have a list that's this long or this long. Right. It doesn't matter.
That's what I love about you. You're not a speed guy. You're not like,
how
many of these can I bang out today?
No, you're wrong. You're wrong. That's not true.
Okay. I
am a speed guy. I'm very into efficiency and speed, but I don't make it my objective. You've heard me talk about trial and error. Trial and error is a really, really bad idea. When you hear people tell you about trial and error run, there's another one I don't like. You fail your way to success. No, you don't. No, you don't. You fail your way to failure. Okay? Don't buy that baloney, right? Like we treat failure like it's some kind of a noble thing. It's not. Like it stinks. I hate failing. I don't want to fail. So what I want to do is I want to seek expert counsel. So I find somebody who is an expert at what I want to do. They've done it successfully. They have credentials. They can show me. And I want to pick their brain and figure out what are the things I should be doing and what are the things that I shouldn't be doing. And so if you want to be into speed and efficiency, the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. We learned that in math 100 in fourth grade or whatever. I don't know. But the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. Trial and error is a circuitous route. So it's up and down and up and down and up and down. It may take us twice as long to get there with trial and error versus expert counsel. So the shortest distance between 2 points when it comes to where I'm at now, where I want to get to, is expert counsel. Yeah. I'm a big believer in expert counsel. So back to the selling idea, the most efficient way that I can get to that closing is by figuring out what's important to the client.
Fascinating.
And why that's important to the client.
Yeah.
And then selling to that. And as I sell to that, because I'm in their corner, then the value goes up.
Man, that's why we're called Rethink Sales. Because a lot of people think, right? You may have clicked on this video because you thought, wow, Jim's going to teach me how to close faster. And in some ways, you are about speed and
I
efficiency.
am, but not that's not the objective.
But that's not the goal.
No,
Yeah.
no. The goal is to, I absolutely want to teach you how to close deals more efficiently. If for you that means faster, then yes, faster. But that can't be the goal. The goal has got to be value. We preach at Rethink Sales value. The higher the value, the more attractive that we and our product and our company become in the client's mind. And when that value is so high, we don't have to ask them to buy the car. Because what are they going to do?
They're going to buy the car.
They're going to say, wow, this is really cool. I want this. How soon can I get it? Now, that may sound melodramatic and that may sound pie in the sky. But if you think about it from a consumer perspective, and you are a consumer, I'm talking to a consumer right now. If you find something that really jacks you up and really gets you excited and really gets you turned on and enthusiastic, are you going to desire to have it? And Napoleon Hill, one of my favorite quotes, desire, backed by faith, no such word is impossible. So how do we turn impossible into possible? By growing our desire and by growing our faith. Our definition of faith at Rethink Sales is yes, I can. And our definition of desire is you got to want to.
Yep.
And so if I can get the client to have a strong enough desire and a strong enough faith in me, then I'm going to turn impossible into possible. And that possible, at the end of that possible, is a sale.
I love it. I love it because you're not sacrificing customer satisfaction.
No.
You're not sacrificing loyalty and building relationship. And
Well, let's stop for a second because we tend to allow sales to become icky. But if I do it the right way, which is to figure out what really gets you excited about whatever it is, insurance, car, health, whatever the case may be, whatever it is that we're trying to accomplish here. If I get you really, really excited about it and I do my job in the way I'm talking about doing it, okay, I'm telling you point blank, I'm doing you a favor asking you to buy my car today. I'm doing you a favor because I've got the list and I've checked them off. And I'm doing you a favor because it's a great car.
yeah, because you took the time to understand what the person
Well,
needs.
that sounds like Stephen Covey, right? Do you know what that means, what you just said? In terms of Stephen Covey.
Starting with the end in mind.
No.
I don't know that.
Seek first to understand, then to be understood.
Yes.
There it is. Derek just prodded me. Now think about that from a sales perspective. Hi, how you doing? I'm Jim Shorkey. Welcome to the Jim Shorkey Family Auto Group. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to seek first to understand you, Mr. and Mrs. Client. I want to understand you, and then I'm going to be understood. Seek first to understand.
Yeah.
So many times with salespeople, they want to be understood. They want to talk. Yak. I have friends who will say to me, I got this buddy. She would be a great salesperson. She's got the gift of gab. You know what I say to them?
No way.
I say that's exactly what's going to make her a terrible salesperson. Selling is not about talking. Selling is about listening. And you gave me a great segue. Seek first to understand. Let's work on understanding.
Yeah.
And then, based on understanding, we can then be understood.
I mean, I would 10 times out of 10 want to buy from somebody who understood my situation.
Exactly.
Versus,
Well, that's Stephen Covey, the 7 habits of highly effective people. Now, you who are watching today, how would you like to be more effective?
That's why you probably clicked on this video because you were like, "Oh, I can be."
That's what rethink
I
sales.
can be more. I can be faster.
We're gonna rethink sales around understanding the client, and then because we understand them at such a deep level, then we're going to be understood. And then when we've done our job the right way, you betcha, I'm going to ask them to buy a car today.
And I bet you your close rate goes up, actually.
does.
It may take a little longer than somebody who's just fast.
Well, no, actually, if you do it the right way, it doesn't take as much time, and you do close more deals. So if you are talking to 10 people, and let's just pick a number. Let's say you're talking to 10 people, and you close 2 deals. All right? So you close 2. Now, if we rethink sales around understanding the client and going their way, and we take that closing percentage to 3, we've just increased our sales by 50%. If we take it to 4, we've actually doubled our sales. Okay? And so maybe our goal is to sell so many cars per week. Let's just say 4. So we want to sell 4 cars per week. And you're talking about efficiency, right? So if I can get 4 out of 10, that means I got to spend time with 10 people to get my 4. But if I can get 2 out of 10, that means I got to spend time with 20 people to get my 4. I still need my 4. I got to pay the rent. Well, what's going to take more time?
The 20 people.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm teaching you how to be more efficient, productive, but that's not my goal. My goal around Rethink Sales is understanding the client at such a deep level that I and my product and my company become mega attractive. And I do believe in the law of personal attraction. I do believe that. So if you're in a room and you find somebody who's really smart and really well-spoken and really their posture's great and just the whole thing, are you attracted to that person? I don't mean in a sexual sense. I mean, just to try. You want to be around them. Like, I'm going to go talk to that guy. I'm going to go talk to that girl. Boy, she's really, seems like she's got her act together. I'm going to introduce myself and say, wow, I got to tell you, I'm watching you and you're really impressive. How'd you get to be this way? Well, I read this book. I'm getting that book.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
This is excellent.
Find
Jim.
somebody who's smarter than you, who's done what you want to do successfully. See their credentials and have a conversation.
Yeah.
And that conversation could be a book. It could be a video, a YouTube video. It could be a one-on-one conversation. I have a lady who introduced herself kind of to me on Facebook through Chuck Bellina. And she was doing a vision board and she had a You Gotta Wanna on the picture. And she talked about Chuck Bellina and how much he meant to her. And I said, well, Chuck means a lot to me as well. I said, I'd like to have a sit down with you.
Wow.
And there you go.
Yeah.
This is not this is not anything of that nature.
Sure.
I would love to talk to somebody today about Chuck Bellina and what he meant to them.
Yeah.
And because I told Chuck when he was dying, I told him, I said, Chuck, you're going to live on through me. And Derek and I had this discussion, did we not?
We did.
And Steve Gardner had this discussion,
Yes.
did we not?
Yes.
And did we say that Chuck Bellina would live on through us, excuse me.
Yes. Yes.
And what are we talking about right now?
Chuck Bellina.
Chuck Bellina's still living, isn't he?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Jim, so good. You talked about not just efficiency, but effectiveness, right? I think so often we as people want something efficient without having something effective. And we do something kind of half-heartedly,
Well, it's like you can't pay somebody else to do your push-ups. You got to do your own push-ups, and they're hard. They're really hard.
It's like, what's the shortcut? What's the shortcut?
Yeah,
the
there is.
shortcut's
Yeah,
hard,
they do your
hard
push-ups.
work.
The shortcut
Yeah,
is do your
hard
push-ups.
work.
I want to do 20 push-ups. I can only, I can do 20. But when I first started after the stroke, I did 5. I'm like, holy crap! But I started working at it.
Yeah.
And last night before I went to bed, I did 21.
Wow.
And listen, I'm not Charlie Atlas by any stretch.
Right.
But when I first started after the stroke, and Mark can back me up on this, it was 5. And I can tell you, I was downstairs with Mark doing physical therapy, and he said, okay, I want you to do sit-ups. I could not get my shoulders off the ground on day 1. And this was after we've been working out for probably a year at that point. Jeez. Okay, we're going to do some sit-ups. Okay, man, sit-ups, no big deal. I can do sit-ups. And I couldn't get my shoulders off the ground. So there's the no. There's the no. Couldn't get my shoulders off the ground, barely, like maybe a few inches. Mark can attest to this fact. Okay, Jim, that's one more thing I got to work on. So I went to work on the sit-ups. And now I can do probably 12, 13, 14, something like that.
Yeah, it's great.
This morning, I did, as part of my physical therapy, I did Pilates, and it's a lot of ab work. And I think whatever, and it was later on in the workout, but I did like 8. And now he's got me doing these, from not being able to get my shoulders off the ground. I'm on my back, and he's actually kneeling on my feet, right? So I'm looking right at him. And so he says, okay, I want you to come up. I want you to keep your legs apart enough that you can put your hands between your legs.
Yep.
Okay. Just like a prayer motion.
Yep.
And then I want you to go to the left, and I want you to go to the right. Well, I'm freaking toast, but I did it. He said, okay, I want 3 more in other words, 3 is 1. So I was either 3 or 4 more. And I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me? So I did them. Now, but all I want you to understand when we talk about rethink sales, day 1, and Mark can attest to this, I couldn't, as far as putting my hands between my legs, good luck. Yeah. I couldn't even get them there.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
My abs were so weak from the surgery and whatnot.
Right.
So, day by day, week by week, month by month, I keep working at it. So I will get to 30 push-ups.
Yeah.
I will.
So good, Jim. Thank you for just talking through effectiveness and efficiency and how those things work together, and how recognizing where you're starting at, which is what you just talked about, and where you've grown to. So guys, thank you. Please like, subscribe, and comment what you are getting from these videos. We really have taken the years of Jim's experience and putting it into this content to serve you. So thank you, Jim.
And in closing, you ain't seen nothing yet.